everybody.
Hello.
Yes. Woo! We are
Happy 2019. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
It's here. Hello.
I know.
Yes, what are we? So many changes, so many things going on. It's a year 3.
Yes.
Which is all about the mind, body, spirit connection.
We're going to talk about that because I got some notes here and I did some research and looked up some stuff. So we got that
very
going on.
Nice. It's also a new moon, partial solar eclipse, although a lot of us couldn't see it. So we were that energy is kind of riding high right now. So yeah, lots of goodies.
lots of energy going on here for you.
Yes.
Hi, ladies, and Christopher.
Hello.
So where are we at? Talk more about the moon. What are we doing with the moon? I mean, I know that's new moon.
Yep, new moon, solar eclipse in Capricorn.
Okay.
Which with my sign, it's in my 11th house, so it's like a big wish manifesting type of thing. Mm-hmm. But Capricorn is all about new beginnings and new, just looking at things and finding something that you want to focus on for the year. What is one thing that you want to focus on? And we can actually do it with a year 3 if you think about it. What is one thing you want to focus on your mind? What is a feeling or an energy that you really want to have throughout the year? So you want to focus on that. You can also focus on your body. What is one part of your body that you really want to have that TLC, whether it be you have a self-care day once a week, or maybe you want to focus more on your health. You want to stay active and work out and, detox your body so that you feel your best self. You can do something like that. And as far as like your spirit, your soul, it's like, what brings you joy? What is one thing or one emotion that you want to amp up and get ready for it this year that you kind of want to focus on? So this new moon is a good new moon to kind of put those out there, kind of think of that trifold, triple threat, triple blessing of what are these positive things and 3 positive changes you want to make in your life for both your mind, for all of your mind, body, and spirit. So.
Absolutely. So new year, new beginnings. Here is something that was given to me several days ago. Take all the journals that you've been keeping for the past year and throw them away. Burn them, toss them, get rid of them, start new.
Yes.
Okay. And as we go through the month, as we go through the year, because all of those things that you put down previously, whether you got them or you didn't get them or you changed direction or whatever.
It's done.
It's done.
Gone.
It's over. Get rid of them. Start a new journal, whether it's just a little book like this. Pick it up at the dollar store and start over and really focus in on the month. What do you want to create for the month? Not for the whole year. Don't even look at for the whole year. Start with, when we're doing the moon work and we're working with the energy of the moon, it's in that cycle. So we want to stay within that cycle. If you're in school, what grades do you hope to achieve? What's your major? What are you focused in on? Do you want a new job? Do you want to change jobs? Do you want, a new house, a new car? What do you believe is achievable within that month? Okay. Right. We're not going over the top. We're not, throwing pennies into a wishing well, so to say, where it's unlimited. Yes, our wishes are unlimited and our manifesting is unlimited, but where we focus our attention, we say this every time, where we focus our attention is what we put that energy out for and we start to create. So with that being said, let's just focus on the month. What do you hope to achieve in the month? If you're a person that works on commissions, how many clients, how many new clients, how many new policies, how many new whatever, do you hope to get? And set that forward. What does that look like? How much money does that mean? Keep that all into one month. And every day, focus towards that goal. Even break it down. Okay, so if you want, and I'm just throwing numbers out there, if you want 30 new clients, that's 1 a day. How do you hope to achieve 1 a day? What does that commission look like? Right. Okay, so focus in on the month. Let's narrow things down. We're going to talk about our Akura in just a few minutes here, but I did want to talk about the 3 because I did promise you guys that I was going to look into what the exact vibrations were. And I want to get this out so that you understand this. The energy is available for us to take hold, not what's going to happen.
It's
There's
working with that energy.
There's a big difference. So if you say, "Though this is my year, I'm the the Chinese New Year sign of whatever, it's going to be a great year." The vibration is there for you to make it a great year. Okay.
Blah blah blah
Blah,
blah.
Woohoo! That's what he says. Woohoo! Yeah. The vibration's there for you to make it a great year, but you have to put the work into it.
Right. Okay? It's how you work with the energy and what it can assist you with. If you work for it, it takes action for it to work, and takes action on our parts just as much as the energy sitting out there idle.
Absolutely. So, and I'm going to need this piece of paper because I'm going to show you guys something that I drew for somebody to get them to understand this as well. So if we're working
Was it me?
No.
Okay. I was like, you haven't drawn me a picture.
No, this is
anytime recently?
Our token mail.
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
All right.
So if we talk about the year 3 and its vibrations, we're talking about a triangle. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously a triangle. Okay. Not that
Brack, when is your birthday? Is it the 21st?
Okay. So if we do this.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
All right. So we have body, mind, and spirit on our triangle. Wherever you work is going to funnel. So if you work on your body and your mind, and then your spirit falls into place like a funnel. If you work on your mind and your spirit, then your body falls into place.
Mm-hmm.
If you work on your spirit and your body, your mind falls into place. I don't know what I said. Well, anyways, work on it.
Brack, you're a lucky man.
So
I hope you go out and see the lunar eclipse. I don't know. I actually have it on my phone where I researched the times that it was going to be happening. So I'll post it in the comments once we're done. That it'll show you when it's starting, when it's at its prenumeral, when it's at its peak, and then when it's going back out. But yes, it's going to be absolutely beautiful. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, we got that coming.
Lucky.
So as we work with different aspects of our life, other things are going to fall into place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If you work on the spiritual side, that enhances the mind,
mm-hmm.
which then enhances the body.
Mm-hmm.
If we work on the body side, that's going to enhance the mind and the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And if we work on the mind, we work on the mind. You can work on the mind, but if you work more with the spirit, then the mind kind of falls into place. But if you work on the mind, then the body and the spirit come into play. And what I mean by that is that if you adopt a new spiritual routine, whether it be meditation or whatever, that's a cleansing of your body. Your body naturally goes through this cleansing. Okay. You learn new things and it changes your emotional, it changes your emotional body or your mind. Okay. And when we focus our attention on those things, this is the perfect year to do that because it's almost like the gates are open and it's available for us to do this in an easy manner. But once again, there is work involved. The vibration of a 3-year is creativity, self-expression, emotional
12, Brack.
Emotional sensitivity, joy, optimism, social engagement, and communication.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, communication of all kinds. So those who sit in meditation for hours and hours and hours and say, I don't get anything, I'm not listening, your communication is there and you are receiving. It's just, what are you receiving? Are you in your mind? Are you stuck in your mind? Are you allowing the information to come in? Okay, this energy supports infusing creativity, fun, and connection. So this, if you allow this to be a fun experience and it's something that you want to do, it's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. But you have to put in the work. There is nothing for free.
No.
And spirituality is probably the hardest work to do because it is about stepping out of the ego.
Yes,
okay.
It is.
Anything that's related to the body is ego. I'm just putting it out there. So if you work on your spirit and you work on your spiritual body, then everything else falls into place. Everything else falls into place. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a year of truth. Speak your truth. That doesn't mean you need to get excited. That doesn't mean you need to jump up and down. It just means that it's time to stop hiding behind things. Say it. Get it out. you know, whatever it is. We had the Me Too movement that was all last year. That was the beginning of this speak the truth, and that's, for everybody, speak the truth, come out and say, what is hurting you, what's trapping you, what's caging you, what's holding you back, what are you afraid of. We can go into many different avenues, and when that comes out, you're going to realize that it's going to be honored more than it is going to be people are going to step back from.
Right.
Is that making any sense? Once again, 3 is a divine number. Everything is in threes, whether it's the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, whether it's
Maiden, Mother, Crone, Father, Warrior, Sage.
Yeah, whether it's Om Shanti, 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 whatever. 3 is a very sacred number. It's a very spiritual number. Now is the time that the energy and vibration of the outside is giving us to pull all of this together and to really step in, dive in. If it is your body that you're going to be working on, dive into it. Join a gym, walk around the block, change your eating habits. My son decided at the I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago, he just says, okay, I'm vegetarian. He just jumped in. I said, okay, full support. You have my full support. And all we've been doing is buying veggie burgers and veggie, chicken and veggie. And there is an occasional, chicken nugget he has, but I mean, it's more, everything else is on a vegetarian level. So he's changing, he's evolving, and this is a natural thing. Little children evolve easier.
Right. They
learn and they adapt easier. So, that is what 3 is all about. So we can talk more about that. And if you are following us with the moon patterns, and you're getting your journal out on the new moon, and you're being grateful on the full moon, fully step into it. Where you focus your attention is what you're going to create in your life. If you're focusing your attention on the lack of, then you are going to get more of the lack of. Okay. If you're focusing your attention on the prosperity of everything that you have, the goodness that you have, you honor the things that you've created in your life, and you take those in gratitude, then more of those things are going to happen. And we all stumble, we all fall, we're all human. So know that sometimes we take a couple steps back.
We do.
And that's okay. Just take twice as many forward, when we do this. Once again, spirituality is, and it's not to deter anybody, but it's to help those who are struggling. Spirituality is a difficult thing to adopt into your life, especially if you've been in one type of spirituality for so long, and that there are things that you disagree with. But adapting the whole idea of spirituality and stepping into, I'm not calling it a religion because it's not. It's
a lifestyle.
The lifestyle. Stepping into that new lifestyle, of course, you have these questions of like, well, what if, that book says that I'm doing this wrong or whatever. It's about learning and adapting and changing your mind and your thought process. And once you do that, then you're going to find out that even though it's more challenging and harder to do, there are answers that you never had answers to before. So things are coming through, and things are more adaptable. So that's all the vibration of 3. That's what we got. Of course, there's a lot more detailed, but those were the general ideas that I've written down here.
Right. Living a spiritual lifestyle it's living it. It's not
just a weekend thing.
It's not just a weekend thing. It's not just I think this will be cool and this is the way it is. It's honestly, I mean, every day I'm like, okay, what essential oil can help me with this? Or what guidance do I need to do with this? Or what mantra? I'm feeling like this. Why am I feeling like this? What mantra do I need to use, or affirmation? And I'll sit there and I'll think, and I'll I walk around my spiral garden, or I'll walk outside with my dogs or something of that nature, and try to tune in and tap in and be like, okay, well, what needs to help me get through whatever it is I'm facing? I listen to my body. I listen to my mind. Sometimes ego does step in, and I won't lie. We've gone round and round quite a bit, but I've learned to try to shut her up. She made a comeback this past week, but I shut her up again. But it's something that you live with every day. And, I don't want to say we struggle with it, because it's not a struggle. We live with it. You wake up every morning and it's a beautiful day, and you can open your mind to all the possibilities you can have, or you can dwell on the shoulda, woulda, couldas, and whatnot. And I'm guilty of that just as much as anybody else is, but it's one of those things that you overcome, and you can look at it and be like, you know what? Today was really a great day, or something of that nature, and for me, being spiritually minded, there is no right or wrong way. There is no, if a book says, oh, well, you have to do it this way, or prime example, I have a lot of people that I've subscribed to, we all have those people that we follow, for different rituals or different energy or different, different things that we enjoy, or bring us joy. And they'll say, okay, well, you can do this type of spread, or you can do this type of ritual. And they write it down for what works best for them. But that doesn't mean it has to work, that is the only way to do it.
Right.
So honestly, everything that I do evolves. The recipes for the goddess oils evolves. They're all like, I have a recipe book that has over 700 recipes for what people tapped in, maybe, yes, albeit, or this is what guided them at that time. But you know what? Somebody else is helping guide me with this time. So there's no right or wrong. It's just everybody's different, and things are different. And sometimes it speaks to us at different times. There's a different situation that'll be like, you know what? This wasn't a factor back then, but it's a factor now. So we need to add some of this.
Right. And so there are things that you may have learned or may have heard from us if you go back into the archives and listen to some of our older programs from 2-3 years ago. Okay. Or if you catch me on the radio programs in those archives, that was 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Wow. 6-7 years ago. Anyways, if you catch any of this program, you can say, okay, well, at that time you said this. Okay. It's evolving. All religion is evolving. All spirituality is evolving. Think about that. Okay.
Life evolves.
Life evolves. Everything changes. We have changes in weather. We're in the middle of winter. Are we not?
Yes.
Why is it 70 degrees outside?
I'm not complaining.
I'm not complaining either.
It needs to stay like that.
I'm just saying.
And sunny. Because we've had enough rain.
It's like spring outside, honestly. We have all the windows open in the house. We have the breeze running through. We turned off the air. It is beautiful outside. It's a gorgeous day. Sun was coming in. It was warm. It was cold, chilly in the morning, but it's everything.
Yes, it was.
Everything is evolving and everything is changing, and we need to change and go with that. If you are, I almost posted this today, but I didn't because I knew people were going to question it. But my post was going to be, you need to stop taking other people's prescriptions because they may not apply to you. And what I mean by that is that we are in old habits that, for example, a vegan diet may not be the healthiest for you.
Right.
It was prescribed to somebody who had these health issues that it helped them. But just because it helped them doesn't mean that it's going to help you.
No, Monica needs a protein.
Okay. Or even a vegetarian diet. That may not work with me. I may not be, my body may not be able to handle it. So we have to look at now on a spiritual level, all of these things, and I'm trying really, really hard not to really go into what I want to say, but all of these things that we follow or that we have followed or that you have followed because they were said at one time has evolved. We're changing.
Right.
Those things don't apply anymore. And I'm not gonna get people upset with me, but we don't put lamb's blood above our door anymore for protection.
No.
We've evolved.
I
We've
have
changed.
some pine and holly and mistletoe.
Right, but that's a little bit different. But per the Bible, those who were to be saved would put lamb's
Right.
blood above their door.
Yes.
We don't do that anymore. We don't sacrifice animals anymore. Things are changing. It's time to change your mindset. If it's not working for you, change it.
Right.
Okay. Whatever feels right in your body is correct and true. Period. End of discussion.
Right.
Okay.
If you feel any or hesitation, doubt, fear, any of those low level energies, there's something there, and you may want to turn away and go the other direction, because you want your energies, speaking from experience, you want your energies to stay as high as they possibly can. So anything that's going to make you feel and damper you down, you want to question that and be like, okay, something's up. I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to look at this. I'm going to educate myself, and I'm just going to take a break for a bit.
And even if that is with spirituality from our side, if you say, crystals don't sound right to me, educate yourself. Look into it. Look into where your fear is at, because it's all about the fears coming to the surface and the fears dealing with it. That's what 3 is about too. It's the cream rising to the top. Okay, or the fat rising to the top, however you want to look at it. And it's time to evaluate, what are we doing there? Why are we afraid of this? What is the fear? What is the real key here? And
is it your fear that it might actually help?
Yeah, because a lot of times as human beings, we get stuck in our negativity. It's a comfortable spot. It sounds crazy, but it's true.
That whole misery loves company negativity kind of birthed that thought process. I feel like.
And then misery loves company, so we want to bring everybody else down around us.
Right.
Okay. So just think about everything in that big aspect way. Start to question, if you are afraid of it, why are you afraid of it? And is it a reasonable fear or an unreasonable fear? And if it's an unreasonable fear, dig deeper. And in theta healing, when I'm in a healing session with somebody, we go through a digging process. And the digging process is, okay, so just play with me. Okay, so why are you afraid of this pen?
Because it's red, and my root chakra is all about fear and instability and insecurity.
Okay, so then if you're insecure and you're unstable, then what happens?
I fall down and fail.
Okay, and then what happens if you fall down and fail?
I might not get back up.
Okay, and then what happens if you don't get back up?
Then I'm stuck.
Okay, and then what happens if you're stuck?
I don't go anywhere.
And then if you don't go anywhere, what happens?
I don't live my life.
Okay, and then if you don't live your life, then what happens? Then you die. Then you don't live your life. Then you just stay down here.
Right. You stay low level and
so obviously where we're playing, but where you get to is a point where it stops and you go, then I don't live my life.
Right.
Why am I not living my life? Because you're afraid of a freaking red pen. Or red means stop to you. Okay. So it's time to start questioning, okay, so then if this happens, what if? You can write them down in your new journal for your 2019. Start asking yourself these questions. If you need somebody to ask them, come over and see me. I'll be happy to ask you those questions. Let's get to the root. The root is done through this digging. Let's dig and dig and dig. Okay, well, no, that's not the end of it. There's more. And at the end, there should be a root. And if that root is not connected to anything else, that's what we need to dig up and pull. So just think of it in this big, big, big way. This is how you are going to fix you.
Right.
Okay. All of these little things that, we get caught up in. With the new year brings a new goddess.
Yes. And it's kind of perfect timing for her.
Yes. She is Arakura.
Very similar to Greek mythology of Persephone.
Okay.
If you know Greek mythology or whatnot, very similar vibration.
And she is all about spiritual growth.
Yes.
Okay. Her message is breathe in light and breathe out dark. Clear your body of all that is weighing you down. The beautiful flower of the lotus starts its life submerged underwater in the dirt. As it grows, it heads towards the light above the surface of the water. There is where it blooms without a speck of dirt. Like the lotus, many of us live in that murky water and never make it to the surface so we can blossom. Many of us are close. We are just buds, ready and eager to feel the sunshine of life on our skin. There is not always answers to the questions you seek. However, sometimes the questions are not important. What you do about things are. Sorry, it's getting to be that time. Trust that I have your highest intention in mind and continue to grow, and soon you will break the surface and bask in life's light.
Mm-hmm.
So the lotus plant actually grows like this with its petals inside, and it shoots up this way, and when it hits the top, it goes like this, and all of the dirt from the outside just falls back into the water.
Right.
And then it just sits on top of the water.
Right.
So
nice and clean.
And that's a very Buddhist story about the lotus, but it works. The affirmation, you can read that because my mind is crazy right now. I can't
crazy. The affirmation: I trust that everything in my life is working for my highest good, and I am receiving all that I am meant to have. Her mantra is, I am a spiritual being having a human experience.
Right. You'll hear all of these gurus on the radio or on, Blog Talk or whatever the heck it is that you're listening to, your podcasts out there. And they all say, we've forgotten who we were, and in this lifetime, we're trying to remember who we were.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're trying to remember. We're not human. This is a shell. This is a suit that we wear. We are spiritual beings having this human experience.
Mm-hmm.
Take that in. Hold that. Understand that. Because this is only a temporary state. The spiritual body is an infinite state. It goes on and on and on and on. Just
like the Energizer Bunny.
Just like the Energizer Bunny, or any energy that runs through. Right now, you can't see the radio waves that are coming into this house, or the Wi-Fi waves, or any other waves that there may be out there, any other vibration or energy. You can't see it. That doesn't mean that it doesn't exist.
Right.
It's here. It's everywhere. The shell is just our body. So, with her comes the self-love herb-infused ritual candle,
which is a blend of Palo Santo, rose, and grapefruit. Its properties include unconditional self-love and acceptance, confidence, beauty, strength, courage, detoxing of negative emotions, and shadow self.
Okay, she comes with a labradorite stone.
One of my favorites.
Wearing or carrying labradorite allows one's innate magical powers to surface. It enhances the mental and intuitive abilities of clairvoyance, telepathy, prophecy, coincidence control,
mm-hmm.
and assists in communication with higher guides and spirits in accessing
the Akashic records.
That's a very long sentence. I'm sorry. I put it in there too. Accessing the Akashic records.
While she's tapped in, she doesn't remember.
Psychic readings and past life recall. It provides an ease in moving between the worlds and permits a safe and grounded return to the present.
Nice. She also comes with a tiger's eye pendant. It's a powerful stone that helps you to release your fear and anxiety and aids in harmony and balance. It stimulates taking action and helps you to make decisions, discernment, and understanding with unclouded emotions. It's also your solar plexus chakra. So if you think about blooming.
Right. And I have several different pendants. So if you're watching this and you get one that's more round or more stone looking, don't worry. It's the same type of stone. Aloe vera, and this is the incense that she comes with. Aloe vera incense is a sweet and clean, fresh, alluring fragrance. When burned, it attracts good fortune, love, spiritual vibration, and strength.
Yes.
So,
And she has her meditation oil, which I was,
yes.
pardon the pun, riding high on this morning. It's 7:30.
That's over here.
I think I was making it. I was all amidst Aracura, but it's a blend of rose, jasmine, Egyptian musk, lang lang, lime, allspice, and vanilla. So it's got a little tidbit of fruit, a little tidbit of spice, but very floral.
It's citrusy. It's citrusy floral. So it's a very clean smell.
Mm-hmm.
If that means anything to you out there. And of course, always our goddesses come with the goddess salt scrub, which is here. When you get it in the package, it's not going to look like this.
It's in a tea bag.
Yeah, it's in a tea bag. It's the same amount. It's just in a different way. Did we? Oh no, sorry.
It's mainly because sometimes we had an instance where the postal carrier wasn't as gentle with the goddess kits as we would have liked.
And these are glass.
And yes.
So we changed them over.
And actually, I've been using my shower salts for the past week, and they're actually very convenient, and they work very well. So
yeah. So they're nice. If you're having a bath, just throw it in. If you're having a shower,
just
rub it on after your
body.
Yeah. And always the goddess kits come. The subscribers get a free gift. And I wanted to show you guys these. I found them, and I thought that they were really, really cute. They're all different colors, but they're the lava rocks that you can put the oil onto, so you can have that smell with you all day. And it comes in a cage. So I'm going to put these in little...
It's almost like blooming from the shadows, if you think about it.
So this is a little white one, and it is a lava rock. It's filled with holes, and it's very absorbent, which is why they use lava rock. And you just need, you can put some on your hand and rub it into the stone, or the rock rather, and then put it into this cage. And I'm going to show you the cage now. Cage comes apart like this. If I can get it apart again, like this. So it comes apart like this, and you put it back together, and it's a square, and it has a place for you to put your chain through, like that, and then you can wear it as a pendant, and then all day as your body is warm,
that body heat will help the oil release.
Right, so you can smell it. It'll be a part of you.
Yes.
So we've got those going out to subscribers. For our subscribers, I sent out an email that has a special little coupon code that's going to allow you to get an additional 20% off all of our goddesses. We still have some left. We ran out of some, not many. We still have some. So if you want to go check out the website, which the link is in the video's description here, go check it out. Get them while you can. Now, once we do not have a goddess anymore, for example, Bast, she goes on special order, which means that it's not something that I can just grab and ship out to you. We may have to order things for her. In fact, we would have to order things for her.
She's a possibility, but it'll take a little bit of time.
Right. You can have her, not a problem. It's the same price, but they go into kind of like this back order situation. So know that, what's the other one that we have on back order? Athena. Athena's on back order.
And I think Lakshmi and Dana.
No, we have Lakshmi. Dana, I think we have one left of Dana. There's a couple of them out there. Aphrodite, I think we only have one more of her left. I look over there because I have a box of them. So just know that
I'm trying to remember.
If you don't see them up there, that's okay. Contact me and we'll put a special order through for you. Anybody who orders 10 goddesses or more automatically will get 20% off their entire order. Okay. If you need a special type, you're doing a workshop, people out there who are doing workshops, and you say, you know what, I want to give gifts to my students of this workshop, contact me. We'll do wholesale, which is also 20% off. We can do them special for you too. I had somebody ask me, well, what if, it's a bridal shower thing? Absolutely. Send me a picture of the couple.
Right.
We can do engagement party gifts. We can do special, oils. We can do a male, female oil. We can do whatever you want to do. Just be creative about it. tell me what you want, and we can create
think outside the box, or
Yeah.
think outside the kit.
Yes, we can do wedding vows. We can do, whatever they want to say. We could put the date down here. These things are easy to create. So just know that is available out there too. Within this 2019, since we've got a lot going on in 2019, but I am working on God kits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're talking about Eros. We're talking about Poseidon. We're talking about
Odin,
the male goddess kit, basically. So the God kits, they would have pretty much the same idea. I have to play up with the jewelry for you guys.
Yeah, we don't know if you'd like to wear a lot of pendants or.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we can do like a leather bracelet kind of thing, and of course the oils will be more masculine. But there is already a inner god salts in a sense. It's called Clean Fresh. What is your male scent?
Cool Mint.
Cool Mint. So we have that. And of course she may play with that, and
yeah, that may evolve too.
Yeah. So we've got
things always evolve.
We've got a lot of things evolving. We've got a lot of pokers in the fire. We're working on a lot of things, but know that we have your interest there. So if you ever have any questions, you can send us a question. You can email it. You can put it right on this page. We'll go ahead and check it. We can answer you. If you want to be live on the show with us, you can drop your question right now, down there, and we'll be happy to answer it. We have Vesta coming up next month. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to show you her yet. She's only partially complete here, but she's about happy home. So know that all of these goddesses, they work together, and they're interchangeable, and you can work on whatever you want to. Just know that with the subscriptions, you just get, you sign up for the subscription, and you just get a goddess in the month every mail. You get a new goddess in the mail every month.
I'm not saying a thing.
Yeah. It's been a rough week, guys, for me, and I'm talking backwards already. Let me grab
I'm playing with a new deck of cards that have kind of been talking to me today. Crystals have been kind of speaking to me more the past week or so. But these are the Eternal Crystal cards. They are absolutely gorgeous and amazing and beautiful, and I hope you can see that fairly well. They actually speak to what chakras you need to work on, and you can actually work with the crystals themselves. You can say, what crystal do I need to work on today to release something or to empower something? And I kid you not, I checked it this morning, and I flipped through it and I said, what crystal do I need to work with? And I pulled the Rutilated Quartz card.
And that's the one you got.
Right here. And this was before I pulled the card. So it's amazing how the divine works.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing.
She let me have one of her Rutilated Quartz that she ordered. And I wish you could see this. It actually has hematite in it.
Honestly,
you can't even see it in that light. We'll take a picture of it. I fell in love with it. I was like, the
Rutilated Quartz is a close runner up to my labradorite. If I see a rainbow in a lab, I want to keep it.
Yeah, that's this little guy who's
I don't want to let them go.
He always has this rainbow, and I love him. And he sits on my desk. I don't know if you guys can see that one. Probably the light's not going to hit it right. But he has a flash. He has a blue and amber flash. Happy New Year, Amy.
Hi, Amy. Happy New Year. Okay, so what do people need to cleanse for 2019?
Sure.
What crystal to help them cleanse?
And we're going to see what you guys need to know for the next week, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Zincite. It's actually for your physical body. So I want to say that's detoxing your physical body. Try to maybe eat more clean, stay away from the processed foods. Kind of see what it feels like when you do that and see how your body reacts. It's releasing your fear, releasing your doubt, releasing all those insecurities, unstable feelings, cleansing that part of yourself. I wish I remembered what was in my root chakra oil, but I actually don't. But I need to make some more because I'm almost out for me.
If I had the thing handy, I'd tell you.
Yeah,
Booklet. Sorry.
I honestly,
She makes the chakra oils
yes.
for my chakra kit, but that doesn't mean that you can't order the chakra oils separately.
I do make them a la carte, roll-ons, but try just detoxing your physical body. Just do some light walking, you know, out in nature when it's nice. Try to cleanse yourself of any of that fear, that emotional trauma, stress, you know, judgment, worry, any of that. If you don't have a Zenkite, then you can use another root chakra stone, which you could use. A bloodstone would be a beautiful stone to use. There's jasper, there's obsidian, there's ruby, there's black onyx. Those are some beautiful root chakra stones that you can use in substitute of this, and then you could always try to cleanse your body with it, and that would probably make a happy little combination.
Yeah. You want to pull another one?
What crystal does everybody need to empower their 2019?
Another root.
Yep.
Garnet.
Commitment. Your heart and sacral chakra. I want to say that is going to do what makes you feel joy, happiness, and makes you feel alive.
Garnet. Garnet, garnet, garnet.
So commit to yourself, commit to what makes you happy and what brings you joy in your life, and focus on those emotions.
Without my calendar in the background.
I'll do it right here, right here. I got you, babe. I got you. She still wanted a piece of paper.
Well, I'm going to take a picture of this one too.
Oh, you want to see? Oh, you want them to see that related card?
Yeah. Okay.
I gotcha.
So I pulled the cards, what we need to know for the next 2 weeks, because we come back on the 20th.
Right, the day before Brack's birthday.
Yes.
And the day before the lunar eclipse.
And our mascot is at the
seeing.
door.
And yes, she is.
Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Come on.
Olive.
This is Olive. And anybody who's ever been here to my office knows that our little mascot has to greet everybody and say hi. So she's here saying hi. She was crying at the door.
I'll take her while you pull a card.
Hello, love.
My Luna's going to be very jealous.
Okay.
She would probably play with you, but you'd run from her.
She would. She'd hide. She's a little chicken. Anyways, she doesn't look like a chicken, but she's a chicken. So I asked, what do we need to know for the next 2 weeks? First thing is to let go. Letting go. This is a hand that has butterflies coming off of it. Let go, release. It's time to let go of all of that old stuff. It's time to let go of all the anger. Pull in forgiveness, pull in compassion. Forgiveness, just remember, does not mean that they are off the hook for their stuff. It just means that you're not tied to it anymore.
And if you look at that card, there's no bad, like, or just dark energy to it. It's light, it's airy. It's like, okay, this feels so freeing and so alive. And yes, I'm letting it go, and it feels amazing. So you want to really empower that and encompass that feeling of just, this is the best thing I can do for me. Oh, whoa. Okay. We're light and bright.
But the reason I want to do that because the cards, I want to show the cards, and we can't do that
without light and bright.
Without light and bright. So yes, we're a little bit pale here. The next one is the message card. Okay. And so this is a bird.
That's one of my favorite cards. It loves to come to me.
And it's coming over to a map, it looks like, kind of thing. And know that when you let go of the things that you've been harboring that are hurting you, you may not even realize that they're hurting you, but once you let them go, you will receive so much message. In all honesty, none of this stuff matters. I usually use a stronger word than stuff, but none of this stuff matters. It's not important. Nothing that happened to you yesterday or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years ago, none of that matters. All that matters is what's happening right now and how are you feeling about it. And if you're not feeling good about it, even if it's a bad situation, if you're not feeling good about it, why? Because this is all about the learning experience of things, okay? The last one is Aphrodite, and it's the vision card, okay? And this is all about seeing yourself. How do you see yourself? How do you want to see yourself? Where do you want to be? Going back to that journal, okay? In the next month, what do you hope to accomplish? What do you want to do? Where do you want to be? You know, I'm mothering 2 younger girls here, and it's kind of like foster mothering, but it's not on a legal thing. Basically, I'm just looking after them for a little while. And I asked the one girl, I said, what do you want to be, you know, when you get older? And she says, well, eventually I want to own my own business. And I said, okay, perfect. How do you run a business? What type of business do you want to run? And she goes, well, I don't know. And I said, okay, so narrow things down. What is your interest? You want to own a business? Everybody wants to own a business. What type of business? Where are you focusing your attention? What do you want to go to college, you know, to do? And don't go, well, I want to be a nuclear physicist and be on the Big Bang Theory or what have you, unless that is something that you're good at. How are your math skills? How are your science skills? Okay. If they're weak, well, then are you working on improving them? Mm-hmm. Think in a narrow scale for now. You know, work with the now, because this is really all we have. Tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday is already gone.
Yep.
All we have is this moment. And if in this moment you're miserable, you're unhappy, change that. We always say this too on every show, you know, it's be grateful for everything that happens in your life. Everything, even if it's the most crazy, unimaginable, worst situation. Be grateful. Gabby was a daughter to me. She's not my birth daughter, but she called me mama, and her and I, she was 22 years old. She recently passed away. She passed away last month. And it was the hardest thing for me to understand. She left 3 kids, 3 beautiful babies. One was only 4 months old. Gabby basically had an asthma attack and couldn't be revived. And as I'm sitting there in her funeral and I'm watching this, and as much as I'm grieving and as sad as I am, you know, I had to sit back and go, you know what? I'm so grateful to have known her, to have met her. She changed my life, you know, and everybody there knew me, but I knew hardly anybody. But they knew me because she talked about me so much. And I was grateful that she loved me and she appreciated me as much as she did. And as bad as the situation was, I was so happy that I knew her, that I got to know her, that her kids call me grandma. You know, they call me Nana, but same thing. You know, that I have these 3 beautiful kids and that everybody there loved me for loving her. And so, you know, I took the worst situation in the world and I said, you know what? I may not be happy about what's going on, but I am grateful for those other things. And so the things that I am grateful for overpower the sadness. And I can smile about this. I'm not happy that she's gone to the other side, but I'm happy that I got to know who she was. And I was honored in that time frame of knowing her and being around her. And so sit with yourself. What are you really angry about? What are you really sad about? What are you really mad about? Forgive it, let it go, and move on. You know, it does not matter. All that matters is right now. So just remember that, guys. Go into your journals, write down what you want to accomplish within the next month. You know, even if you don't know, how about a new experience? You know, you don't have to know what that new experience is. Just say, I hope to accomplish a new experience. I hope to accomplish getting up at 6 o'clock every morning now that we have to, let's, whatever that may be. I have a new job, so I'm having to wake up a lot earlier than I've had to in the past 8 years. And it's really throwing me for a loop, but that's besides the point. My body will adjust, and I know it will. But, yes, I hope to accomplish waking up at 6 o'clock every morning because I'm grateful for the new job that I have. And as stressful as I may think it will be, I'm not going to allow that stress to overpower me. I know what I'm doing. I'm good at what I'm doing. So I am appreciating and I'm loving the situation. And I challenge everybody out there to do the same, because when you are on the spiritual path, things are much brighter. You get to understand and see things differently. And when you see things differently, everything comes into place. That spiritual body, if you're just working on that spiritual body, the emotional body and the physical body all come into play. I went and bought slacks because I had to buy slacks because I'm in office attire now.
Yes.
And I'm down a pant size.
Nice. See, you want to know that if you didn't have to go buy slacks.
Exactly. Because I was living in leggings.
Right side.
Leggings and sweatpants and what have you, and pajama pants, because that's literally what I lived in. And so I had to go buy slacks, and I was like, oh, let me get this. Oh, they're too big. So I went down a pant size. I was like, woohoo.
Very nice revelation.
So know that when you work on the spiritual, the emotional, the body flows in. Remember my little funnel here, right? I know I'm going to show it to you upside down, but I was working on the spiritual side, which is over here, which brought my mind together, and it funneled down into the body. Whichever way you want to put this, you work on the body and the spirit, then the mind come into play. You want to work on the body and the mind, then the spirit comes into play. Okay, so it funnels. It's a funnel. It's not really a triangle. Look at it as a funnel.
There you go.
Okay. All right, guys. I hope everybody had hi, Tammy. Hi, Katie.
Hi, ladies.
I hope everybody had a safe New Year's. This is going to be a big year.
It's going to be a beautiful year.
We're already starting it off new, but as everybody spiritually knows, that this is not really the new year. This is just the date it starts. February is when it kind of all
it starts putting into motion.
Ties together. Yeah, we started in October. October is when all the new roots came through, and now they're just getting together in a line. And then by February, they should be intertwining and they should be moving into this whole. And that actually goes into Asian Chinese calendar stuff, because they were the first ones to have that type of calendar. So we have to understand why. Okay, well, we're starting off the new year. Well, you're starting off the date. This is not the actual calendar way, but by February, that's when everything kind of comes into play, and the full extent of those vibrations are at play.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I'm pretty good. Y'all pretty good? I'm pretty good.
I'm pretty good. All right, guys. I hope you have a great next 2 weeks, and we will be back on the 20th.
Yeah. Eve of the full moon.
Eve of the full moon.
And the lunar eclipse. So we'll probably have some good little details on how you can celebrate and just enjoy it.
Yeah. Let's see what kind of. You have a full moon kit.
Yeah. But it's for gratitude. We're going to try to do something a little special for lunar eclipse involved.
Okay.
I'm going to do a little bit of research and play.
Yeah.
It's been speaking to me.
Yeah. She'll get some stuff together. We'll get you some good information and things that you can do. And if you are interested in any of her kits, because she does have a full moon, new moon, self-love. What else kind of kits do you got?
Abundance and discover and empower.
Okay. You can go onto her Etsy page, which is on a link that is in our description here. So go ahead and get on there. And I'm sorry it's so bright, but I had to. We're just washed out a little bit.
We all just blend in together. It's okay.
Exactly.
We're one big happy family.
Exactly. So go on there. If you're interested in the goddess kits or you have questions about them, feel free to just message me. And ladies out there who are subscribers, I hope you're all watching, at least on a replay. They are going out When is the 10th? The 10th is
Thursday.
so they're probably going to be going out this Friday, so you should have them by next week.
There we go. Sounds good.
We're still getting some stuff together, and there's also going to be an extra special little free gift in there too, called isotonics, and you'll read all about that.
Yep.
All right, guys. Have a great evening. Have a
Have a great 2 weeks.
Yes. Back
and
to
we
work.
will see you soon.
All right, guys. Have
Good
a great
night.
evening. Good night, everybody.